missed scans, surprise fees, vanishing tags, and hidden rules that can derail your bag's journey before it's even loaded onto the plane. The good news? Every single one of these traps can be avoided if you know where to look. And today, in this episode of Transit Code, we're revealing 10 overlooked check-in mistakes that still catch even seasoned travelers off guard. Number 10. Secure that AirTag. You already know lost luggage happens, but an AirTag can turn a total mystery into a game of where in the world is my bag. Slip one into your suitcase, and you can watch it travel in real time, even if your phone is offline. But here's where many travelers blow it. Hiding their AirTag deep inside socks, toiletries, or wrapped in clothes can trigger bag inspections or delays. Security scanners see an unidentified electronic buried in the middle, and your bag can get pulled for manual screening. It's happened before. In 2022, Lufthansa even banned AirTags altogether, only to reverse the decision after realizing the batteries weren't dangerous. By then, plenty of passengers had already learned the hard way that where you place it matters. The fix is simple. Put the AirTag somewhere visible to security staff. Think lid pocket, outer zipper, or right under the top flap. You want it easy to spot, not looking like a suspicious device hidden away. Because knowing where your bag is won't help much if it's still stuck in the airport instead of on your flight. The pro move? Use 2 AirTags. Place one clearly visible near the top as the inspection-friendly tracker, and hide a second in a less obvious spot, like inside a zippered lining or sewn key pocket. If a thief pulls and tosses the visible one, the hidden tag keeps pinging, so you can still follow the bag's trail. Label them in the Find My app. For example, checked visible and checked hidden, so you can always know which is which. That second AirTag might save you from a disappearing bag. But what if your luggage never makes it to the right flight in the first place? Sometimes the danger isn't losing track of your bag, it's your bag losing track of you. Number 9. Mis-scanned luggage. It might seem obvious, but your name on the tag doesn't guide your bag. The barcode does. And if that barcode is wrong, your suitcase could be on a solo trip to the other side of the world before you even leave the airport. It happens fast. One rushed scan at check-in, one misprinted label, and your bag is routed to the wrong belt, the wrong cart, the wrong plane. Sometimes it's not even at departure. Transfer points are where over half of these mistakes happen. Your bag starts the journey with you, but a bad scan mid-route sends it somewhere else entirely. The fix is simple. Before you walk away from the counter or the self-drop, take a few seconds to really look at the tag. Make sure the airport code matches your destination, the flight number is right for today, and the barcode is smooth and scannable. Then take a photo of it. Most of the time, the smartest move is to stick the copy you're given right into your boarding pass. If your bag disappears, that barcode image will get it back to you far faster than your name ever could. And if you're using a self-drop, wait for that green light before walking away. If the machine hesitates or errors, stop and get help. Because once a bag drops out of the automated system, the odds of it going astray shoot up fast. Your tag can be perfect and your bag can scan clean. But none of that matters if the system will not print your boarding pass. Next, the tiny name mistake that can stop check-in cold. Number 8. Booking name mistakes. Airline systems do not do close enough. They compare your ticketed name to your passport, character by character. Reverse first and last name, drop a middle name, miss an accent, or add the wrong pronunciation, an automated check-in can lock you out. No boarding pass, no bag tag, no progress. This is why people get stuck at the counter with a manual review that eats up precious time. The system is designed to protect security data, not to guess what you meant. And even your frequent flyer profile can trip you up. If the name on your loyalty account doesn't match your passport exactly, you can be stuck at the counter, smiling awkwardly, and a not-so-friendly agent who now has to redo your booking by hand, while the line behind you keeps growing. The fix is simple and it starts early. Right after purchase, open your confirmation and compare every character to your passport. First name, last name, middle name, accents, suffixes. If anything is off, contact the airline immediately. Many carriers will fix small errors for free if you call them in advance, but might charge you to correct the same mistakes if you wait until you're at the airport. Catch it early and you save both money and stress. Want another pro move? Build a master passport name line in your Notes app and copy it into every booking. every airline profile, and every loyalty account. If you use autofill, update it to that exact format. And when you arrive at the airport, make sure the name on your boarding pass and bag tag matches that same line before you walk away. You've beaten the name game, but the next mistake hides in plain sight. A tiny leftover from your last trip that you might think helps your bag, but in reality could send it to the wrong cart entirely. Number 7. Reusing old priority or heavy tags can backfire. Those old priority or heavy tags from a previous trip might look harmless or even make you feel like your bag will get special treatment again. But in 2025, they can actually cause trouble. Airline baggage systems use those extra tags to tell handlers how to route and load your luggage. If you leave the old priority tag on, the system can send your bag to a different loading zone, separate from the standard bags. And if you leave a heavy tag in place, it can get diverted into a weight-restricted cart that might not be going to your plane at all. It's not just theory. A traveler flying from New York to Barcelona once left an old priority tag from a different airline on his bag. The system routed it into a separate priority load bound for Bologna instead. Same first 2 letters in the destination code, totally different country. By the time the mistake was caught, the bag was already halfway across Europe. As CETA, one of the largest providers of IT and operations solutions for airlines and airports, noted in their latest report, baggage mishandling still cost the industry an estimated $5 billion in 2024, and passengers are increasingly expecting more from the industry. And many of those costly errors start with small, preventable mistakes like this one. Here's how to avoid it. Before you even step into the check-in line, peel off every old airline label, not just the long barcode strips, but also priority, heavy, and fragile tags. If you actually do have priority status, keep the fresh tag in your carry-on and only attach it at the counter, so ground staff know it's for this flight, not last year's. With this simple step, you keep your bag in the right system from the start, and you won't be part of that $5 billion in baggage mishandling costs. Old tags are gone, instructions are clear, and your bag's route is set. But even the best labeling can't move a suitcase on its own. And when the people behind the belts and carts are missing, everything can slow down fast. Number 6. Staff shortages still disrupt handling systems. Automation has made baggage handling faster than ever, but no machine can replace the people who actually move your suitcase from one place to another. When there aren't enough hands to load carts, guide belts, or fix jams, even a perfectly tagged bag can be left behind. In peak travel season, or after sudden disruptions, these shortages hit hard. Bags pile up waiting for carts, sit on the tarmac in the sun or rain, or get rerouted simply because no one is available to put them on the right flight. And it's during these busy periods that handlers are also more likely to go on strike, especially in Europe, where walkouts are often timed for maximum impact on holiday travel. The problem isn't that the tech stops working. RFID tags and automated belts can track where your bag should be. The problem is that the bag can't load itself when the schedule changes or a belt goes down. That still takes human judgment, coordination, and speed. Your best move is to work around the system's weakest point. If possible, choose flights in off-peak hours or shoulder seasons, when staffing levels are steadier and strike risk is lower. And always pack a few essentials in your carry-on so a delayed bag doesn't derail your trip. Staffing issues can keep your bag from ever leaving the ground, but sometimes the problem isn't at the origin. It's in the race to catch your next flight, and your bag doesn't run nearly as fast as you do. Number 5. Tight transfers equals 0 seconds for bags. You can sprint to a gate. Your suitcase cannot. When a layover is too tight, even a perfectly tagged bag can miss the ride to your next flight. Airports set minimum connection times, the baseline window the system needs to transfer both you and your luggage. And yes, these vary from airport to airport depending on size, layout, and the distances between terminals and gates. For domestic flights, it can be as short as 30 minutes. International is usually closer to 90, and that's assuming everything runs like clockwork. But real life rarely runs that clean. A late arrival, a crowded taxiway, or a belt jam can eat the entire buffer before your bag even reaches a cart. Long treks between distant terminals, extra security checks, and bottlenecks in the sorting hall add minutes you never see. But your suitcase has to survive. The fix is simple. Build in breathing room. Add at least 15 to 30 minutes beyond the posted MCT. More if you're changing terminals or re-clearing security. As a Reddit user rightly points out, I'm uncomfortable with connections under 90 minutes. I'd rather hang out at a bar or in a lounge than have a tight connection stressing me out. If a tight connection is unavoidable, tell the first airline at the gate so ramp crews know to rush transfer your bag. And keep a one-night kit in your carry-on in case the suitcase follows on the next flight. Remember, while your body can handle a sprint, your suitcase needs time to keep up. Even if your bag makes the connection, the next check-in surprise can hit your wallet, and it often starts early, at booking. Cheaper doesn't always mean better, so always check the small print before you click buy. Number 4. Booking new basic fares? Expect surprise fees. That bargain fare can be a trap. Many airlines now strip baggage from the cheapest tickets, turning what used to be standard into a paid extra. In 2025, Air Canada removed free carry-on from basic economy, limiting you to a small personal item. Spirit has long worked this way in the US, with one free personal item under the seat and both carry-on and checked bags as paid extras. In Europe, Ryanair's base fare includes only a small personal item, with larger carry-on requiring priority, and checked bags always paid. The catch is that these limits are easy to miss on third-party sites and even on airline pages when you're moving fast. That's how people end up at the counter repacking or paying fees they didn't plan for. The smart play is to price baggage into the fare from the start. If you know you'll bring a full-size carry-on or check a bag, compare the next fare up that includes luggage. It's often cheaper and far less stressful than paying at the airport. And to make things even murkier, Europe doesn't currently have consistent rules around what airlines can charge for. Some EU lawmakers are pushing to mandate that one standard cabin bag and a personal item be included in fares, no extra fees, while airline groups argue they should retain pricing flexibility. Until these rules are finalized, what's included in your ticket depends heavily on route, airline, and even the booking site, so check it well and check it early. If you do stick with basic fare, pack to the exact personal item size and weigh it at home. Bring a compressible tote so you can split weight if needed without buying a new bag at the counter. Back at the airport on flight day, the check-in counter looks calm enough. A scale, a smile, a simple process. But that quiet moment can flip fast when the numbers on that screen aren't the ones you expected. Number 3. Airport scale variability. You've weighed your suitcase at home and you're sure it's under the limit. But at the airport, the scale flashes a number several pounds heavier, and now you're standing at an overweight fee you didn't budget for. The problem? Airport scales aren't always consistent. They're often managed by airport authorities, not the airlines, which means calibration standards can vary, even between two counters in the same terminal. Travelers to Delhi have reported weighing their bags on two nearby scales and getting differences of more than 2 kilos. At that point, the official reading is whatever scale the airline uses at check-in, and you can't easily contest it. Poor maintenance only makes the problem worse. Scales that haven't been recently calibrated can drift over time, tipping borderline bags into the overweight category. And when that happens, your options are limited. Pay up, or start repacking your clothes in the middle of the terminal. Your best defense is to be proactive. Weigh your bag on more than one airport scale before heading to the counter. Many terminals have customer use scales near the check-in area. Take a quick photo or video of your home scale reading so you have a reference. And if your bag is close to the weight limit, shift a few heavy items into your carry-on to create a safety buffer. It's not the most glamorous travel hack, but it's a simple way to protect yourself from surprise charges that have nothing to do with what's actually in your bag. The scale may give your bag the green light, but that doesn't guarantee it will roll straight to the plane. In some airports, the next stop is a checkpoint you might not even know exists, one that can hold your luggage back for reasons that have nothing to do with weight or size. Number 2. Missing health protocol updates delays your bag. Many travelers assume pandemic-era baggage protocols have vanished, but in 2025, some still quietly remain, and ignoring them can put your suitcase on an unplanned detour. In certain airports, failing to submit updated health declaration forms or overlooking baggage-related health notices can trigger extra screening. Your luggage might be sent for quarantine, sanitization, or additional inspection before being cleared for the flight. These measures aren't random. They're tied to government or airport regulations designed to manage ongoing public health risks. The delays can be real, and it's not just a leftover rule from the height of the pandemic. In some regions, health authorities continue to treat certain baggage handling steps as part of their long-term safety measures. The fix is simple, but often overlooked. Check your airlines and airport's health guidelines a few days before you travel. Look for any baggage-related requirements, like declaration forms, digital health passes, or cleaning instructions, and complete them before you arrive. Many airlines include this in pre-travel emails or on their mobile apps, but only if you take the time to read them. By staying ahead of these requirements, your luggage can bypass hidden health checkpoints and make it to the plane with you, instead of sitting in a holding area while your trip gets underway without it. A quick 10-minute check now can save you hours of stress later on. We've reached our final checkpoint. Even if your bag clears every scanner, scale, and form, one last hidden rule can still hold it back. And this time, it's not your airline calling the shots. Number 1. Ignoring host country bag rules invites delay. When traveling internationally, it's easy to overlook that each country enforces its own unique baggage regulations. Ignoring these can lead to frustrating delays or even confiscation of items. Beyond standard airline restrictions, many airports enforce country-specific policies tied to environmental, health, and security concerns, as we've seen in the previous chapter. For example, several airports across Asia have banned certain types of plastic bags inside checked baggage to reduce environmental impact. If you include prohibited plastic packaging or bags without knowing this, your luggage may be flagged for additional screening or held up at customs, causing significant delays. Other restrictions can be even more personal, like specific medications, as we covered in our Japan travel tips episode, and missing those details can stop your trip before it starts. These aren't just arbitrary rules. They reflect local government policies and airport authority mandates designed to protect health, security, and the environment. Airlines typically don't inform you about every country's specific regulation, so it's up to the traveler to research before flying. The best practice is to search airport name baggage prohibited items and airport name baggage rules before your trip. Review the customs and security websites for your destination to understand the local baggage restrictions. Adjust your packing accordingly using eco-friendly alternatives or clear, labeled containers for medications to avoid unnecessary inspections or delays. Taking this extra step helps your luggage clear customs smoothly, letting you focus on your trip instead of unexpected baggage headaches. Airports are not chaos, they are systems. Now you know how to read them and how to take the stress out of checking a bag. From tag mistakes and tight connections to fee traps and country rules, the smallest details decide whether your luggage travels with you or without you. If this gave you an edge, subscribe for more ways to outsmart the travel system every week. And remember to like and share it with a family member or friend that could use these tips too. Travel prepared, work the system, and your luggage is far more likely to arrive right by your side. You just decoded it. This is Transit Code.